What's happening YouTube? Welcome back to another brand new video. In today's video we are back with the ST. Now I know a couple of you in the comments have been saying lately, when's the ST coming back, when's the ST, have you got rid of it? No, I haven't got rid of it, it's still here. The car's not going anywhere. I adore this thing, and even when I do eventually, if I ever buy another car, this will always be here. This for me is like a forever car, if you will. I'll never get rid of this ST. I absolutely adore the thing. But on with today's video. Now last year I didn't do many mods on the car. We put the intercooler on, I put the plenum on the car. I didn't really do many mods, and that was because like financially in the world everything was up in the air, mortgage rates are going through the roof, so I kind of wanted to play it safe, sit back and hold on to some money. But this year we are doing it. We are spending some money on the ST, and that is for a couple of reasons. One, it's always been my dream to own one of these cars and modify one of these cars and get them to 300 plus BHP. That's where I want to be. And the second thing is, I booked to go to Ford Fair 2024, which is on the 11th of August. But more importantly, I booked 2 track sessions. So we're going out on track in the morning and we're going out on track in the afternoon. I think I'll be driving a session, and my wife's agreed she's going to have a go as well. So today we are going to be cracking on with some, I suppose you can call it a mod, because it is, but I'd say it's more of an upgrade than a modification. Let's show you what we've got. So like I said then, I'd call this more of an upgrade than a modification. I actually bought the Powerflex bushes to do the front wishbones not long after I first got the car, because of like a common thing, and then I tried to do them but I hadn't got a press, and then I was looking at buying a press and to do one job, etc. And then what I came across was these, and what these are these are from Super Pro. So Super Pro are a well-established polyurethane bush. I think they're an Australian company, if I'm honest. And these are front wishbones for the Mark 2 Focus ST and RS. But as you can see, they come with a poly bushes already pre-installed and a new ball joint on the end. So if you go down the Powerflex route, and I know Powerflex bushes are phenomenal, one of the best on the market. If you go down that route, you have to use your old wishbone, you get it powder coated, fixed up if you want, you have to put your own ball joint on. Whereas these are not as expensive as the Powerflex bushes, and it's one unit effectively. You take off the car and you put on the car. So that's what we're going to be doing. So you could call it a handling mod, I suppose. I'm going to call it more of an upgrade than a modification. But let's get going. So wheel off. Looking at this then, we've got a bolt there just at the front, and then the ball joint is just behind there. So what I'm going to do then, use the GoPro, because the camera's about to die, the battery's going to die on this camera, get this on charge. But first, WD-40 the hell out of these and let it soak. Right, so like I said, I'm just going to use the GoPro. These 2 bolts off here, I'll be impressed if these come off with this, but here goes. Oh, look at that. So 2 bolts off, 3 to go. This is an 18. I'll get the breaker bar on it at first, I think, get it cracked off, and then get the impact gun. So oh, it's going. Give it another turn. I reckon the gun will get that now. Just the ball joint to do. So 21mm Some things are just too good to be true, aren't they? It's going a little bit too well at the minute, but that's cracked off. Look at it off. So that's the nut free. And that is the wishbone off the subframe. I just need to now get my ball joint split off. Right, so need to get the ball joint off. It's there. Got a ball joint split on. I've got an hammer, so bit of persuasion and the old wishbone is off the car. Right, so this was a bit of a pig to get off, to get the ball joint off. Looking at this wishbone, the passenger one, I think this one's been replaced at some point in the car's life, I'll be honest. It don't look that corroded. The ball joint, you can see I'm putting a lot of effort in to move it, and it's quite, feels like quite stiff. This bush at the end, there is kind of no play in that bush at all, so for this one looks quite solid. So I think this one's been replaced before I bought the car, because I've never replaced it. This one is not at the end of its life. Obviously this one is brand new, pulley bush in the end, pulley bush and a new ball joint. This will make a difference anyway regardless, because obviously the polyurethane bushes are a bit stiff on the new car. So next job, let's get this new wishbone on the car. Right, so new wishbone, let's try and do. I'm not going to gun it up all the way. What I'm going to do is just use a screwdriver just to line the bush up like so. One bolt. So like I said, all I've done there is gun them up. I've not over tightened them. What I'm going to do now is get the ball joint in the ball joint holder. I'm going to use the jack to jack it up and put some pressure on. I'll put a jack stand underneath the car. There we go. So that's, I don't know whether you can see that, that's located in there, in the yoke. The jack on the bottom arm. As if it was on the car there. Banging. The last bit then, all I'm going to do, lower that back down, wheel on the car. That's this side done. So I'm going to change my approach a little bit for the driver's side. The passenger side, I disconnected it from the subframe first, then from the hub, the ball joint from the hub. This, I'm going to do it the other way around. I'm going to get the ball joint off, knock it free, then disconnect it, because I think the wishbone will come off a little bit easier. And I'll tell you which way is the best, well, which I think is the best. but leave your wishbone in situ and then split your ball joint. This ball joint, wow, this ball joint's absolutely ruined. Wow, look at that, look at that. Let's get over to the front of the car. We'll have a proper look at this. So before we even get the new one out of the box, this is the one off the driver's side and this is the one off the passenger side. Now straight away, if you look at the state of this, you can see that this one looks a lot older than this one, which would confirm my suspicions that I said earlier. I think this one's been changed at some point before I had the car, because I've never changed it. This one is probably the original Ford one. The ball joint is shot, look at that. That's obviously our advisor, because look at the state of the boot. Yeah, the boot's knackered, and then the actual ball joint itself is knackered as well. If I show you this movement, so rear bush, so what, if I put two fingers on it, see that movement? There is definitely that loose feeling that I mentioned at the start of the video. It's actually nearly split all the way around. If you have, I don't know how well you're going to see. You see that movement? Side to side, up and down, left and right. That bush is absolutely shot. Yeah, hopefully, well, not hopefully, 100% that bush, as you've seen then, one more time, that bush is absolutely shot, so it's a good job of replacing it. That for the scrapyard. Let's get our new wishbone on. Not sure how well you're going to see this, but do my best. So get the front one on. I'm going to get the front one on first, just to keep the wishbone in place. I'm not going to tighten it up all the way, just kind of get it so it's on, and then I will nip it up at the end. Same as last time. Just going to get underneath the car with a screwdriver and make sure they line up, and then with us. Put a bit of tension on as if the car sat on the ground. Mate, I do it so that the wishbone becomes level, like comes parallel as if the car sat on the ground. And what I'm going to do is now nip up the ball joint. Pull it nice and tight. There we go. That's the ball joint on. Well then, it is a little over a month after I actually installed the wishbones, and I'm ending the video, and well, I made a massive mistake, and an expensive mistake, after I installed these wishbones. And what that mistake was I did not take the car to get it tracked. Now the steering wheel stayed straight, and I automatically presumed that the wheel's straight, I've not blocked my tracking out. Well, I was wrong, and I had excessive towing, which meant in around 1,000 miles, I destroyed a set of fairly new Goodyear Eagle F1 Super Sports. I know, like I said, it was expensive. I've just got the car back this morning. I've had 2 tyres and I've had it tracked. And like I said, I had excessive towing on the front of the car. Now the car drives 1,000,000 times better with the wishbones, and 1,000,000 times better since I've had it tracked. Now there will be another video following this one that'll explain everything, exactly what happened, because it happened whilst I was filming another video. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. Absolutely free. Stay tuned. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.